y'all, and welcome to today's video. I'm excited because we are going to be talking about eyeshadow palettes today. I love palettes. It's like my favorite part of makeup. I love wearing eyeshadow palettes, testing new palettes, creating looks, talking about palettes. So we're going to be talking about 10 palettes that I think are perfect for Valentine's Day or an anti-Valentine's Day look. I'm gonna have 5 for Valentine's, 5 anti-Valentine's. It's gonna be a good time, and today's video is a collab with Allie Dawson. I am so excited. I brought this idea to Allie and asked her if she wanted to do this with me. She said yes. That makes me so happy. I cannot wait to see what she picked. I'm excited, and if you're new here, I want to say hey, my name is Heather and makeup makes me happy. Here at my channel, we don't try to be perfect. We just want to have a good time with our makeup, whatever that means. I do upload lots of new videos every single week, so I hope that you will subscribe before you leave today. But we have a lot to talk about, so let's jump into it. Y'all, I want to say I love Allie's channel. She's going to be linked in the description box. And I was watching Allie's video on the latest Nomad palette, and she talked about how she didn't like Valentine's Day that much. So I thought it would be so fun to talk about Valentine's Day palettes we really like that fit Valentine's Day, but also an anti-Valentine's Day look. So whether you like the holiday or not, I think Allie and I are gonna have some awesome palette recommendations for y'all. I cannot wait to watch her video. Please do go check her out, subscribe to her channel. Again, I will have her channel in the description box. Allie does a lot of get ready with me's. She does a lot of reviews. So if you wanna see more looks with palettes, things like that, get ready with me videos, definitely check out her channel. Thank you, Allie, for collabing with me. I'm very excited to watch your video. I think what we're gonna do today, I think we're gonna start with the anti-Valentine's Day palettes that I pulled, and you know, it's gonna be a good time. Let's start with the anti-Valentine's Day palettes. Now, when I was thinking about these, I was thinking Valentine's Day, like light, bright, lovely, still colorful, you know, with reds and purples and pinks, but I kind of feel like I found some that fit into both categories. When I'm thinking about anti-Valentine's Day, I may be thinking not so pink and red, maybe a little deeper, maybe pulling in some other tones. And the first palette I pulled was Lookin' Like a Snack from BH Cosmetics. Now, I will have all these palettes linked down below for y'all if you want to check them out. And I'm pretty sure I have videos on most all of these palettes somewhere on my channel. If you're wanting to see close-ups of the palettes, swatches, see them in action, definitely check out the links, check out the other videos on my channel. But this one I thought was so perfect for anti-Valentine's Day. I love that in this palette, we have the pink, like this hot pink, right? That's perfect for Valentine's Day. We have this like pinky red shade. We even have this berry tone, but I think you could really deepen up a look, make it a maybe more sultry, and use this shade right up here. This shade, it's even called Thought. Like, it's so perfect. I love, love, love this. So this shade is a black with sparkle in it. It's a really beautiful. We have a lot of contrast in this palette with this white, icy shimmer metallic shade. We have some pale pinks. So I think if you're wanting to maybe incorporate some of the tones like these for Valentine's Day, but you don't want a Valentine's Day look, you can grab this silver, you can grab this deep shade and really create something pretty. I will also say this is an amazing formula from BH Cosmetics. The formula in this palette, so good. The mattes are pigmented, blendable, buttery, smooth, everything you want, like all the good words when you think of shadows in this BH formula. The metallics are wet looking, just really, really, really pretty. I believe I used this palette in a get ready with me style video, and it's just, it's such a good formula, such a good color story. Okay, the next palette that I'm going to show you is actually what I'm wearing today, and this is the Amunet palette from Adept Cosmetics. I do have an affiliate code with Adept. If you use code Heather, you can save. If I have any codes with any of these brands, I will put them in the description box for y'all. But this palette is maybe one you wouldn't immediately think of, but it's actually the one I'm wearing today, and I think this is so perfect for an anti-Valentine's Day look. Now, I do have the light version here. I also have the deep version. A couple of the shades are swapped out in case you want a darker version of the palette. But what this palette, what I was really looking at is that we have these purpley tones, and we have multi-chromes in here. I love a good multi-chrome. You can see I have a multi-chrome on the inner corner for this look. And with this palette, I really thought it fit because we have the matte purple, and this matte gray I thought would be really fun too to incorporate into an anti-Valentine's Day look. We have this shade right here is what I'm wearing all over my lid. And yeah, just very, very simple. I'm only wearing 4 shades on my eyes today. I'm wearing these 4 right here. I just stuck with this quad, and I love this. I'm actually having a dinner with some of my friends the weekend before Valentine's Day. We're gonna do like a Galentine's Day, and I think this is probably one that I will wear for that dinner that we're gonna do because I love this purple over here. I love this multi-chrome that really has this pink red shift to it, or you could take it in a completely different direction, play with this multi-chrome, go with something green. Just it fit the vibe to me. It really fit the vibe to me, and of course the red packaging is on theme too. Okay, this palette was one I immediately thought of as well. I had a lot of fun shopping my stash, and that's what I kind of want to encourage y'all to do as well. Maybe you're in the market for a new palette. Maybe my video can recommend some new things to you, but I had a lot of fun looking at the makeup I had, going through my collection. Once Allie was like, yeah, let's do that video, I was like just looking through my palettes, thinking about what fit, and I definitely could have pulled more, but it was fun to kind of pull all the ones I thought of and then kind of narrow them down. So I definitely encourage you to go through your collection, shop your stash, love on the makeup you have. But for anti-Valentine's Day, before I even went to my collection, I thought of this palette from Ace Beauté. This is the Aura palette, and there's something that's so deep and dark and still very sultry about this palette that I liked a lot. This top row alone could create such a pretty kind of anti-Valentine's Day look. You could do the deep purples, you could add in these berries. This is a really pretty like duochrome sparkle type of shade. I also love that we have this deep purple down here that's more on the warm side, whereas these two are on the more cool side of purple. I love this kind of raspberry shade and this more pinky purple over here. This is a very versatile palette to me. These shades right here, these greens and browns, definitely add some versatility, but I just think it really fits the theme too. I like this palette a lot. I actually uploaded a video on this palette, I think it was towards the end of November when it launched, and I really love the looks I've done with this. I also have some looks on TikTok, I think, with this palette, but this one is just so pretty. The formulas are beautiful, and I really like that we have, like I said, the kind of more cool leaning purples and the more warm leaning purples, and of course this purpley pink with these more cool tones. I think it's just really fun and perfect for the theme. Now, this one was actually released for like Halloween, and I think a lot of people probably see this as a Halloween themed palette. I love this type of vibe all year round, but it was definitely more marketed during the Halloween time. And look at this color story. This is perfect for anti-Valentine's Day in my maybe not so humble opinion. I love that we have this deep dark black. It has a little bit of this like pinky red gold sparkle to it. Love, love, love. Of course, we have the traditional Valentine's colors with the red and the pink, but there's something about these purpley berry tones that, you know, when I'm thinking about anti-Valentine's, I'm sure you're seeing a theme. I'm thinking of more purples and deep dark shades as opposed to the light bright shades. And we have purple shimmers, mattes. We have this shade right here, one of my favorite shades ever, honestly, Luna. It's so sparkly and I love that. I love when I can put on a shadow that is just sparkle, sparkle, sparkle. I also really like that we have some kind of peachy pinks in here, so you can take this kind of to a different tone with your pinks and reds. I love that we have, like I said, the cool tone purples and the deep dark shades. So listen, if you're looking through your collection and you're seeing some palettes that maybe were geared toward a different holiday, maybe they were geared towards, you know, Halloween or Christmas or anything like that, don't just pass them by. Really look at the color stories. And when I was kind of going through my collection, I was like, oh my gosh, Moonspell Volume 2, it's perfect for anti-Valentine's Day. Okay, the fifth one that I am going to share with y'all is actually a Sigma New Mod. And I wanted to give y'all different options in these 10 palettes. I wanted to pull some that, of course, were super colorful. But here at my channel, I don't discriminate when it comes to makeup. Colors, neutrals, I love it all. And this palette, I think, is that palette that is perfect for colors and neutrals, because we do have this kind of 6 pans of the palette that are more neutral. You could definitely do something neutral and soft, pull in this shade right here, get something neutral and dramatic for an anti-Valentine's Day look, or you have these berry mauve tones. Every time I talk about this palette, I can't help but mention this shade right here, Avant Garde, that has this blue purple shift. I think that really elevates this color story when we're looking at mauve neutral toned palettes. But I thought this would be a great option for those of y'all who maybe want to do a look for Valentine's Day, for anti-Valentine's Day, but you don't want to go so literal with the red, the pink, or the purple, or the black. This is very soft while still very pretty, and you can definitely bring the drama with this look without being so intense and bold with your color choices. And I think this one fits so well. Creating an anti-Valentine's Day look with this, I would definitely stick with these 3 shades and then bring in maybe this deep dark brown for some drama and this light bright shade for an inner corner. So I would still have some color but also some neutrals. And yeah, I think this one fits. I really love this palette. Again, I have a video on all the palettes I'm talking about. Okay, now we're going to talk about the 5 palettes I pulled for Valentine's Day. I love Valentine's Day, but I also love Groundhog's Day. I love birthdays. I love unbirthdays. I love any reason to celebrate. I love it. Listen, on Green Eggs and Ham Day, we put some green food coloring in our food. We celebrate. I love any reason to celebrate. And for me, Valentine's Day is no different. Like I said, Valentine's Day is a time to celebrate with friends, family. It's a very family oriented between me, my husband, and our kid in our household. So I love Valentine's Day, but I thought it was fun to talk about the anti-Valentine's Day palettes too, because that definitely inspired this more purpley cool tone look I have on today. But looking at Valentine's Day, I have to talk about the Unearthly Cosmetics mystery box palette from their Valentine's Day mystery box this year. First of all, the packaging is giving all types of sultry realness, you know, and then the color story inside, love. We have the classic Valentine's Day red, this pink, one of the prettiest pink shadows in my collection. Honestly, the formula in this palette, out of this world to me. We have some shades that really shift different tones, but I love these Valentine's Day colors. At the time that you're watching this, I'm actually on a trip. I'm on a trip. I'm on a vacation. I'm so glad. Allie and I decided to do this video and I could get it up while I'm on vacation. This palette is coming with me on vacation because we have colors and neutrals, and I feel like I can get a variety of looks out of this palette. For Valentine's Day, I really like the red. I like that we have this kind of multi-chrome over here that's pink, purple, gold, silvery. I think this one is so beautiful. Now I know this palette was exclusive to the mystery box, so I was debating putting this in the video or not, and I was debating which one of these I should talk about because I thought they were both perfect for Valentine's Day. So I'm going to kind of throw you in a bonus palette. This is the Sleepover palette from Unearthly, and I think this one fits with Valentine's Day as well. Now I know Unearthly has kind of updated the packaging on this one, so if you're looking at the links, if you're looking at the site for this palette, my palette probably does look a little bit different because they have redone the packaging, but we have the pinks, we have the cool toned kind of like, I don't know, almost like a 60s type pink that I really love. We have neutrals, we have shades to deepen it up with, just really, really beautiful. So if you're wanting an unearthly kind of Valentine's Day palette, I wanted to mention this one. I just could not talk about Surrender, you know? Okay, of course I'm going to talk about in Nomad's Verona palette. This is the video that I was watching from Allie where she talked about not liking Valentine's Day, and I was like, we should talk about Valentine's Day palettes because this one is so good. It's so good. I love the love and death kind of theming, Romeo and Juliet of this color story. And this one is another one that I'm like, you definitely have Valentine's Day and anti-Valentine's Day all in one. So this palette was perfect for the theming, the topic of today's video. We have death and we have love. All those classic colors, the deep tones, the bright pinks and reds. There are like multi-chrome, duochrome shades in here, shades with lots of sparkle. I loved this palette. I have created now 3 looks on my channel with this palette. I did a get ready with me, and then I did a video with 2 looks with this palette. I've loved every look I've created with this one. I think Nomad really knocked it out of the park. I also really like how this closes. So if you're feeling maybe like you don't know what to do with this palette, maybe you're overwhelmed looking at the color story, I like how you can literally just use one half of the palette. Just completely close off the other half and say, I'm going to stick to these 9 shades. I think that was such a great concept from Nomad, and it's perfect. It's perfect for Valentine's Day. Okay, Glam Light Strawberry Shortcake. Listen, this is perfect for Valentine's Day. I love the greens. I loved this palette. I think this palette is amazing. It's an extraordinary formula for Glam Light. When I first tried this palette, wow, and I've loved every look I've created with it. I mean, you can see why I think this is perfect for Valentine's Day. We have 2 rows of pinks, mauve, red type tones, and then we have this middle row of greens. So you don't just have to go with the monochromatic look. You can definitely spice it up with that middle row, but the top row and the bottom row are really, really, really what called to me for Valentine's Day. This shade right here is phenomenal. It's like this pink blue type of sparkle shade that's so incredibly special. The mattes in here, like gorgeous, beautiful, easy to work with, easy to blend. I like that we have deep dark mattes, we have some really vibrant mattes, and then we have some kind of lighter mid-tone mattes too. So you could create a pink and red Valentine's Day look of your dreams with this palette. If you got this palette, definitely pull it out. You know, I wanted to do this video before we got into February. That way you have time to shop your stash and really, really play with some Valentine's Day looks. Because, listen, you don't just have to wait till the 14th. Wear what you want to wear whenever you want to wear. Listen, you want to wear blue, green, whatever on Valentine's Day, I don't care. But if you want some inspiration, me and Allie are here for you. And this one, I think, is just so fun for the theme. Okay, of course I'm going to talk about the Natasha Denona Love Palette. I will link this palette down below if I can. I don't know that this one's still available, but I mean, it's the Natasha Denona Love Palette. Like, I had to talk about this one, right? Because it's perfect for Valentine's, and not just for Valentine's. I have taken this on vacation with me, and I love, like, it's such good quality. First of all, I love Natasha Denona. I love the cream to powder formula she has. I love her mattes. I love her shimmers. This palette has some of Natasha Denona's really sparkly shades, which I love. This shade right here, So Intense and Beautiful. This shade right here is like a duochrome. This one too, we have some deep shades. We have some purple shades, but I still feel like it's really, really perfect for Valentine's Day with the reds, the mauves, the pinks down here. I love that we have some pastel pinks. I love that we have some kind of creamy but very pink toned neutrals in here. This palette is just standout special. If you have this palette, pull it out of your collection. This is the perfect time of year to get some more use out of it, get re-inspired, because it's just that good. Okay, last but certainly not least, I have Beauty Bay The Berries. Now, Beauty Bay came out with this palette in a 9 pan, a 16 pan, and then I think a 42 pan. I bought the 16 pan because I thought it was just perfectly my size. And look at this. I mean, what can I even say? This is definitely on theme for Valentine's Day. We have the pinks, we have the berries. I mean, this hot pink right here, gorgeous. And then this is almost like a bubblegum crayon color pink. Like, thinking about coloring Valentine's Day heart pictures as a kid, like, this is the crayon that you were using, you know, like, so fun. Then we also have those really pale pinks, these really beautiful shimmers. So you can create a beautiful monochromatic type of berry love heart pink red type of look. The formulas in here are so nice. Beauty Bay, of course, is always at such a great price point, and I really enjoy this one, and I think it's just perfect for this time of year. Now, I would love to hear your favorite palettes for Valentine's Day. When you think of Valentine's Day palettes, let me know what palettes you were thinking of. If you're shopping your stash, I would love to know what palettes you're pulling out. What palettes are you thinking of for anti-Valentine's Day? Like I said, I had a lot of palettes come to mind, but I really wanted to narrow it down into 5 and 5. So I had a lot of fun doing this, but I would also love to hear your recommendations. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you, Allie, for collabing with me. If you have not checked out Allie's channel, please do. Again, she will be linked down below in the description box, along with all of these palettes. I had a lot of fun with this. I hope you're having an amazing, awesome, fantabulous day, and I will see you soon in another video. Bye!